Alrighty. Let's see. Is everything working? I think it is. We gotta make sure everything is working. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we are gonna be doing a live first look of Angel, Marvel Champions' newest hero pack. So I was streaming earlier today. Hey, Villain Theory, how's it going? Angel. This is what I think I'm most excited for about this hero pack is I'm finally gonna learn how to spell Angle and Angel separately. That's probably the biggest benefit that's ever going to happen in Marvel Champions for this hero pack. But I honestly was not expecting this hero pack. I was not expecting Psylocke. What was that, 2 weeks ago? And now we get Angel. I'm gonna call him Angle all day now. We're getting Angel. Jeez. Okay. Today as well. And so we've got a lot of new news very quickly. Hey, Cunning Linguist. Yeah, we've got a lot of news really, really quickly, which is pretty exciting. I'm excited for that. Um, but yeah, so I don't necessarily have the time today to do a full video, but I was streaming. I just finished up a game of Aeon's End. So let's do a live first look because that's also really fun. So we've got Angel. So Warren Worthington III, better known as the Hero Angel, was a member of the X-Men until the evil apocalypse. Yep. His mighty mutant flies into the fray with this expansion pack, which introduces Angel as a new playable hero alongside 15 signatures and two different hero forms. That sounds cool. Pre-built protection deck. Let's go. Yes, this is nuts. Oh, really? Okay, cool. I'm so pumped. This is so cool. Okay. Pre-built protection deck ready for takeoff right away. Adaptable plethora of aerial events. Okay, it's happening. I mean, obviously, Angel's gonna have aerial, but I'm really excited to see the expanded aerial keyword. I think that's a really cool thing that we're gonna be getting. Oh my goodness, what is happening to this? What is happening to his hero card? Oh, I'm so pumped. Okay, Flying Guy. As a hero with two different hero forms, Warren Washington III. As an action, we can heal 1 damage from him, limit once per round. Interesting. Okay, so just straight up, you can heal a damage. Okay, I'll take it. Comes with a special pre-folded 3-sided identity card. It's happening again. We got another Ant-Man Wasp. On one side, you have Angel 1. So a 2/1/2. He has 12 hit points. Hand size of 5. Everything looks kind of normal there. 12 is pretty significant, especially with a healing in the altar. But villain won't spoil anything, but I love this reveal. Angel and everything looks so good. Okay, I'm pumped because this is going to be really cool. Response: after you play an aerial event, draw a card. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. That's cool. He has aerial. And so, I mean, team building exercise is going to be great with him. I can already tell. Giving that aerial, you can use TBE to play for any of the aerial stuff. And then you get to draw a card. Are you kidding me? So pitch back or yaw and roll or any of those aerial cards. And I assume we're getting more with his pack. That's going to be cool. I am pumped. That's a crazy ability. I like that a lot. When you open the card up, you get Archangel. Oh, you get Archangel. Okay. 023 with an acceleration icon on our... That's cool. Dive Bomb. Yeah, Dive Bomb is going to be crazy with them. Dive Bomb's crazy with everyone. I love that. My lord, I'm trying to catch up FFG. I have to play Arkham and Lord of the Rings before I get to Mutant Genesis. So Archangel, a 0 thwart, 2/3, because that worked out so well last time we got a 0 thwart hero. At least we have... Oh, he's a 2 thwart in Angel. And so we do have a lot of flexibility, meaning that he's probably going to be a fairly solid solo hero. But that 0 thwart... This is a really interesting mechanic, putting the acceleration token on the player card itself. That's pretty cool. After you play an aerial event, deal damage to an enemy equal to that event's printed. Dive Bomb. Dive Bomb wins. Dive Bomb wins everything. That's insane. So okay. So Dive Bomb 4 cost. Hone Technique Dive Bomb deals 11 and 5 to everybody, and then 4 more. That is incredible efficiency. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, so wow. Okay, I'm pumped to see his other aerial events, but I can't see you not running Dive Bomb in an aggression deck with Angel. Even without Hone Technique, Dive Bomb is now playable. Dive Bomb is... I typically don't like to run Dive Bomb outside of the Hone Technique build just because of how expensive it is, but for a 7 and 1 to everything, but a 11 to 5 is, insanely good, and now we get even that. That's really cool. Okay. Oh, that's really cool art. I really appreciate this art. That's really fun. Okay, just like with previous heroes that have 3-sided identity cards, 3 forms has different strengths, but he can swap between any of them when he changes form on his turn. Also, that means that we're going to be getting some really cool interactions like we have with Ant-Man and Wasp and all the other form changing heroes where we can, ready to rumble and surprise attack, lay down the law, perseverance. All of these form changing cards are going to be really solid because you can guarantee that you can trigger that hero response. And so that's the issue with like surprise attack, right? You have to be an alter ego, flip to hero form in order to trigger surprise attack. If you have multiple hero forms, you can trigger surprise attack, flip between the 2 hero forms, and always have them triggered. And so that's going to be that's really nice. He's also X-Force. I guess that was probably known, but X-Force. Being able to draw an extra card after playing aerial event. When he wants to take more offensive, he can swap to Archangel and deal damage by playing aerial. Justice, Agile Flight. Oh yeah, Agile Flight. Am I gonna have to buy another big Ant-Man sleeve? It appears so. Yeah, it does. I do like how this is a landscape orientation rather than the portrait orientation. I do think that that's a really cool way to do it. That's pretty fun. Its attack and defense both increases. Archangel, he does have a 3 defense in Archangel form, which is pretty cool. I appreciate that. 0 thwart. Who needs thwarting? With both of his hero forms focusing on aerial events, it should come as no surprise that his signature has a lot to pull from. Ant-Man is your favorite hero, so this will be a lot of fun. Yeah, nice. Yes. It'll be cool to see the aerial. I wonder, okay, so if we are ever going to get something that gives a hero aerial, I believe that this would be the pack. I'm not sure if we're going to get that. I'm not saying that we're going to get that, but that'd be my one prediction is we may get that. Adaptive Plumage. Aerial attack thwart. Okay, so 3 cost. Thwart, if you're an angel, remove 3 threat from a scheme and confuse an enemy. If you're an archangel, deal 4 damage to an enemy and stun it. That's really good. So if you're an archangel and you do this, this is not limit once per phase. Oh, it is limit once per phase for the aerial event. But anyways, this becomes a 3 for 7 and stun, which is incredible value. It's also just incredible because you have the ability to do, you have the flexibility to do either the thwart or the attack. You can use your change form, flip into angel and do the thwart and confuse. That's going to be nice. That's going to be really good. I love flexible cards like this, especially from a solo background. Aerial agility. It does look like adaptive plumage is printed number 2. Aerial agility is printed number 4. So it looks like we'll probably get 2 of the adaptive plumages, which is nice. Aerial agility. Defense, let's go. Hero interrupt defense. When an enemy attacks, if you are angel, ignore each boost icon and each boost. Oh, wow. That seems good. Archangel, give your hero a tough status card and gain retaliate 1 for the attack. Okay, so you just prevent all damage as Archangel because this is an interrupt. So you interrupt when the enemy attacks, so you get the tough status card before the damage goes through. So as long as they don't have piercing, this is a 1 prevent all damage plus retaliate 1. I think I'm reading that correctly. And then Angel, you can ignore the boost abilities. That's really cool. Both change their effect depending on what hero form he's in. With natural flight, remove 4 threat from a scheme if you're an angel. This thwart ignores the crisis icon and the patrol keyword. Okay, that's solid. I mean, yeah, especially because if you're an angel form, you want to be an angel form when you're using this natural flight ability. Beast Snow, love that card. 1 cost and limit, ignore damage. Yes, please. Does that still ping 1? Are you talking about for the retaliate 1 for the attack? Yes, it would still trigger the retaliate. So if you're an archangel, you get attacked, you do the you have this interrupt, you get the tough status card, and then it retaliates. And for playing an event, it is limit once per phase. So yes, you would be able to do that. That's cool. Yeah, that's fun. That's really fun. And you would get to draw a card if you're in Angel form, because I believe Angel is limit. Yeah, it's limit once per phase, not once per round. So yeah, do we have any protection? Do we have any protection? Aerial cards, defense cards. I think one of them is right, because that could be interesting on the protection side of things. Where were we? Natural flight. Oh yeah, so 2, we get to draw a card, so it replenishes, and it's an effective cost of 2 rather than the effective cost of 3. Remove 4 threat from a scheme if you're Angel, assuming that you're playing it in Angel, which I would probably Ever Vigilant. Yes, that's right. Ever Vigilant is super good. Let's figure out. I guess I'll just come over here to Discord. Ever Vigilant. Ready your hero and remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Yeah. Okay, that's still in the hero phase, which is still great. I mean, that's excellent. 2 threat from the main scheme. It also like really helps with Archangel here. Ever Vigilant with Archangel now it takes care of the thwarting, removes the 2 threat. You get to, it's an effective attack of 2 if you're looking at it like that. So Ever Vigilant is a 2-cost card that deals 2 damage plus an activation and 2 threat removal. That is very, very good. Height advantage, I think that's the one I was thinking. Height advantage, never play. Yeah, no, I never play that card. When you're, it's a tactic upgrade. That's hilarious. So I guess Cyclops could pull it, but he would never get aerial. While your identity has the aerial trait, reduce the amount of damage you take from each enemy attack by 1. No, I don't like it, because these are aerial events. So no, that doesn't synergize super well. But Ever Vigilant is very solid. Ever Vigilant now becomes a 2 effective cost in Angel for a ready 2 threat and the 2 effective cost with the card draw. And then in Archangel, it becomes a still 3 effective cost, 2 damage, 2 threat, and a ready, which is probably also 2 damage. That's that's fun. That's really cool. These types of abilities and how they're able to pull in advantages for older cards is so good. It's just a great way to play, or great design. Natural flight. We got Razor Dive. 3, 4, 6. Your Archangel gains overkill and piercing. A new hero. Hey, Mastermind. Yeah, they announced Angel, so we're getting Angel, who honestly kind of looks a little bit like Gambit down here in the lower corner. Now that I'm looking at him. But yeah, so we're going through. This is a live first look because I was streaming and someone said that there's a new hero, and here we are. So Razor Dive works pretty well. This is going to be similar to your Natural Flight, where you want to play Razor Dive pretty much only in Archangel, because you get the overkill piercing, and then it's deal 6, and then as a response it's +3. And so this is really a 3 for 9 with overkill and piercing. They have similar headgear. Yeah, they do. 3 for 9, and it's flexible because it is to an enemy, so it does not have to be any enemy. And so you can go 6 on the minion with overkill piercing, and then throw 3 at another minion, or 3 at the villain, and just be, I mean, this is really flexible. The inflexibility of this card is the same thing that we saw with Natural Flight, where it's just dependent on the form that you're in. But since you have a free change to a different form every single turn, that really doesn't, I don't necessarily think of that as a huge detriment. So probably want to be flipping back and forth. So far, what I've seen is you're not building, it's going to be more like Ant-Man rather than Wasp, where Ant-Man, you kind of build for the flipping and changing and activating everything, whereas Wasp, a lot of builds are typically looking at either small, or either tiny or large. He looks more akin to an Ant-Man, where you want to be flipping back and forth. And so these two, the Natural Flight and the Razor Dive, don't really seem like being extra benefit in one of those forms is a huge deal. Oh, Metamorph. Oh, okay, here we go. Perfect. He has so many aerial cards. Change form. Then if you are in Warring Washington, you get to draw. Angel, remove 2 threat. Archangel, deal 3 damage to an enemy. Wow. Wow. Okay, so this is another free change which does not use your chain your change every single turn, which is crazy. So change form. Then if you're let's look at Angel. If you're an Angel, you remove 2 threat from a scheme, and then you get to draw a card because that's an aerial event. And so effective cost of 2, 2 threat, and a free change. That's really solid. And then Archangel is deal 3 damage to an enemy, and then also you get to have trigger the response of dealing 2 more damage. And so you can change, trigger Archangel's ability, or trigger the 3 damage, and then trigger that. That seems good. That seems really good. It's also an aerial trait, so TBE works with it. Probably looks like we're going to be running multiple, at least one, if not more, team building exercises. What do you mean by effective cost? Yeah, so the printed cost here is 2. The effective cost is 3. It's the effective cost is 1 plus the number that's printed in the top corner, because you are taking away the opportunity cost of using this card as a resource itself. And so the effective cost is always the printed cost plus the card itself, because you're not able to then use that cost for another card's payment because you're playing it. And it just kind of helps math out the hand a little bit more. So if you have a 5 hand size, you would not be able to play two cost cards, because at that point their effective cost of 3, and you only have 5 cost. You only have 5 cards in your hand, and the effective cost of 3 and 3 would be 6. And so it's just a little bit easier to kind of think about in math. And so that's the effective cost, is 1 plus the card. So a card that costs 0 is an effective cost of 0, or is an effective cost of 1. If it draws you a card, then it's an effective cost of 0. Yeah. And you need to use aerial events multiple times. Oh no, a resource generator? Oh, a resource card. Okay, so after you use this card to pay for an aerial event, return that event to your hand after resolving its effect. Oh, Villain Theory, what do we think about this? Always have a double or a board resource. Hey, Brent, how's it going? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's his best card. This is insane. Yeah, because this is a wild aerial event. Return the event to your hand after resolving its effect. That's really cool. Recursion. Yeah. Yeah. And this is aerial event. Oh, my goodness. Okay, hold on. So you can actually pitch back twice. So you attack. Pitchback states that after you attack, spend it's a 1 cost card to deal 4 damage to an enemy. If you spend Avian Anatomy, you get to play it. You're still within the response window. You can play Pitchback again. So you attack with Archangel. This is insane. It's Miss Marvel all over again. Yeah, this is going to be really cool. I really like this. I hope we get 2 of these. That's printed 12. We don't see an ally. Oh, Psylocke. There we go. It's printed 12, so I'm hoping we get 2. Maybe we get 3. Dive Bomb consistently. Oh my goodness, yeah. You can always have Dive Bomb on call. You can always... That's insane. Agile Flight consistently. Yeah. Ever Vigilant. You can get multiple readies. So Ever Vigilant. And... Oh, what's cool... Okay, so how I envision this, say if it's Ever Vigilant, right? You start in Angel, play Ever Vigilant, or you thwart. Play Ever Vigilant, you ready your hero, remove 2 threat from my scheme, and then you get to draw a card. Then you use your form change, swap over to Archangel. And you pay for it, pulling Ever Vigilant back. You can attack, play Ever Vigilant, ready, 2 more threat from the main, and then you get to deal 2 damage, because you can get both of these triggers because you're pulling that back. I love this card. It's so good. So the flow will be aerial event in 1 form, get it back, change form, aerial event. Now you trigger both forms abilities. Yes. Yeah, that's awesome. It's a great role hero for multiplayer. Totally agree with that. And it's also a great flexibility for solo, because if you wanted to, you could, pull Natural Flight. You could play Natural Flight, pull it back, and then just use it as a resource at that point, rather than you could use it as a resource for Razor Dive if in solo. And so there's a lot of, it's going to be a very Miss Marvel feel. It's going to be a very Miss Marvel feel. By the way, Nelson, your Rocket plays yesterday were excellent. Thank you so very much. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun with Rocket. I cannot wait to play him some more. Rocket is so cool. I had so much fun with that leadership build where I was just like spamming a Voltron Iron Man, and then I was gonna repurpose all of those things. That was fun. I really enjoy Rocket. He's one of those heroes that I enjoy a lot, and just like I always just skip past him when I'm looking at heroes. I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this. Of course, we get Psylocke as the ally, which honestly, the worst part about this is it locks you out of red Psylocke, which gives you that confuse. But okay, so 3 cost a 1/1/3. After Psylocke attacks, if you're an angel, heal 1 damage from Psylocke. Archangel, red. Oh my goodness. Disgusting. Yeah, that's really good. Team building exercise works as well because you both share the X-Force trait. Team building exercise feels like a very solid include with Angel. I think are we just calling him Angel? That's what's printed on the box, right? Yeah, Angel. We'll just call him Angel. Psylocke, this is okay, I guess. I mean, like, it's nice to be able to heal 1 damage from Psylocke and just keep her around. But with Archangel, it'll be nice to get that ready to pump up the, or to just, it's effectively a 3. She's effectively a 3 attack. Or actually in a protection build, you can be defending with Archangel and then be able to ready in hero phase and just get a normal activation like you would normally not be able to do in like a solo hero like that. So probably a 2 of on team building exercise between X-Force, Ariel, and his kit, and adding Ariel. Oh yeah, team building. It's gonna be similar to Spider-Ham, right? Where Spider-Ham has so many targets for team building exercise because of cartoon. It seems like the exact same situation, just with Ariel and Angel. So I'd probably go 2 team building exercises, and then these are all just Ariel. Every single card is Ariel, except Psylocke, I guess, but that's cool. I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. I'm really pumped to see what our aspect cards are. That's everything that we've seen for that. Agree with 2 XTB. Yeah. Okay. Protection cards. My favorite thing maybe ever is seeing new protection cards. I love green cards. Psylocke is X-Force, so TB. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, so it looks like if we get... Okay, so what are our thoughts here? We got... Brant, are you going to Gen Con? Yeah, I'll be at Gen Con. Yeah. And I saw that they are doing Next Evolution previews at Gen Con. So I'm hoping tickets go on sale in some time. And I'm hoping to get in on one of those games. Last year I got the last slot. I'm hoping to get one of the first ones this time. But I accidentally forgot to buy my tickets. But I'll bring your cards. You'll be working at Cellofair? Okay, sweet. Yeah. We'll definitely play. What I wanted to do is I want to set up at Gen Con and Origins. I'm just going to set up I'm going to be playing Marvel Champions, or I guess Brant at Gen Con. We will be playing Marvel Champions at X time. Come play. Let's do it. Let's have a Marvel Champions get together. So that'll be cool. Okay, so what are we thinking? Do we think that we get 3 of these? 12, 13? No, I bet we get 2, and we just haven't seen 14 and 15. I bet we get 2 of these guys. Alrighty, let's look at green cards. Outside of his own cards, Angel comes equipped with a pre-built protection deck, and just like his signature kit, it largely focuses on aerial cards. Use the power of flight. Okay, we're doing it. We got more of these. Double the number of resources this card generates while paying for an aerial card. I am going to say the same thing that I said for Power of the Mind. I am not 100% sold on these cards because of team building exercise. Because you have team building exercise, and how many times are you going to be able to double the double of generators on this? I think flight will be better, especially for Angel, because of Metamorphosis. Nope, because of Avian Anatomy. Because you can pull the cards back, You can use team building exercises the first time and power of the flight the second time, and you have the ability to do that. That being said, you have to kind of have all of those together. These cards are good for heroes that can use them with their kit cards. Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's just I need to play them. I need to put them onto the table. Power of the mind, power of the flight. I love the design space. I just like I want to be able. I need to play them a little bit because I'm having a hard time conceptualizing how frequently they will get their full utilizations if you're also running team building exercise. I think more often than not, um, Villain Theory talked me down after I was like, these cards are bad. Villain Theory is like, no, they're good, and I trust Villain Theory more than my own opinion uh, when it comes to that kind of stuff. Power of Flight is the Starhawk. Starhawk. I forgot he was Aerial. Let me pull him up. Aerial Guardian, 2 cost. Yeah, that's beautiful. Starhawk takes damage exactly equal to his remaining hit points. Return him to your hand. Trust in Villain Theory. Yeah, all trust Villain Theory. Okay, so yeah, Starhawk is a 2-cost card. Just Power of Flight puts him into play. I like it, and then also he's gonna always be popping back to your hand. That's an incredible combo right there, Villain. Just because you can pop him back to your hand whenever you have a power. I love it. I love it. That's so cool. Okay, that's so cool. Okay, love that. To help you pay for aerial allies like Siren. I love this flavor text. Best flavor text on a card so far, maybe. 4-cost card 2/2/3. After Siren attacks on a minion, initial reaction, I don't love it. 4 cost is pretty expensive, especially in protection when you're maybe running into your hero phase with less cards because you played those defense events. I like the 2 thwart, but then you're losing out on the stunning a minion with the 2 attack. It's 4 thwart and a defend. It's going to be matchup dependent, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay getting more cards that are, more matchup dependent. If you're running into Magog and you have the challenger out there, Siren is going to be a good thing to just continuously stun the challenger. And so if you have a huge minion or something that the kind of the scenario revolves around, Siren can be really good. I don't know. Yeah. The 2 thwart is going to be kind of interesting, but yeah, we'll see. Siren and Warpath. Another 4 cost, 2 consequentials, 4 health, 2 attack, toughness. Okay, I like that. That's a lot better stat line I like. After Warpath defends against an attack, play in an event with a hero action ability from your hand, playing... Oh, gosh. That's going to break my brain. Oh, okay. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Stunning Laufey, regular... Yeah. Oh, yeah. So anything with one of those big minions, Laufey, Mr. Hyde, anything like that. Dragon from Fantasy. I've seen Dragon way more times than I want to admit recently. Dragon came out with 40 hit points in a 4-player game, and that was just brutal. Warpath is going to be insane. So it allows you to play a hero action in the villain phase. And I don't have any idea what the implications of this are. Oh geez. Okay, so what do we got? You could dive bomb in the hero phase. You are in the villain phase. You can do attacks. You can remove threats. You kill a 52 HP 1-hit dragon. Nice. That's awesome. I did have Captain Marvel. No, it wasn't. I don't remember what it was. Captain Marvel destroys those dragons. Okay, this is gonna be fun to talk about to try and figure out what this Warpath card can do, because the hero action ability from your hand by paying its cost, you can play cards that stun. You can do your Archangel. Yeah, so like you could play Adaptive Plumage, defend, do this, deal 4 damage, Oh my gosh, trigger all of the responses. That's even, oh my goodness. Okay, because now you can trigger all of the responses that you typically would not be able to trigger, like these. So after you play an aerial event, this now triggers because you can trigger an aerial event by defending with Warpath. And you get to do the draw a card, all of that stuff. Wow. That's gonna be a card that you just, there are gonna be decks built around that card. Villain, I'm ready for your deck with Warpath to break them. So Captain Marvel does not deal double damage because none of her attack cards. Nice. That's funny. Oh man. With toughness. With toughness. And the two thwart. And the two thwart, just if you wanted it. Honestly, probably this puts Hanger Bay into play. Because you can defend with the toughness, ready Warpath up, thwart for 2, and then defend again in the following villain phase. And it just like accelerates that a little bit. That's insane. That's insane. I'm gonna end the stream after we finish off all of this stuff and go through my entire binder of cards and look to see what we can break. It's gonna be crazy. Aerial intervention, a 0-cost interrupt, not defense. When a character would take any amount of damage from an attack, exhaust an aerial character you control to prevent up to 3 of that damage. That's cool. It feels like the Gondor card from Lord of the Rings. It's nice. It's not a defense event, which is a little, it stings it a little bit because you don't get to trigger all your cool defense stuff. But when a character would take an amount of damage from an attack, exhaust an aerial character. I mean, heck, you can exhaust. I mean, you can defend with Warpath, exhaust Angel, and then you get to you get Warpath again. I like it. I like it. I wish it was defense traded, but I mean, preventing 3 damage for 1 effective cost, I'm good with that. That's fun. It'll be interesting to build around at least. It's also an aerial. It's an aerial event, so you get to draw a card, or you get to draw a card because you're not gonna deal 0 damage. If you're confident in your defenses, taunt. The villain attacks you. Other characters cannot defend against this attack. Draw 3 cards. Yes. More of this type of card. It's the one way or another. That's cool. I really like this. Especially because now you can trigger all of your defense stuff. Since you're playing protection, you have a lot of ways to defend. You have a lot of the upgrades that you want to be defending. And so the villain attacks you, other characters just cannot defend against the attack. Draw 3 cards. It's +1 card if you don't have a generator on the table, which is good. But it's also, I like it. I like it. It's also a tactic. So I guess Cyclops could grab it with his tactical brilliance if he wanted to. I like it. That's cool. Taunt. And use your defend containment strategy. 1-cost upgrade. Love upgrades. Attached to a non-permanent side scheme. Max 1 per side scheme. After a hero defends against an attack, remove 1 threat from the attached scheme. 2 threat instead if you took no damage. Oh, yes. Yes, this card is... Yes. So protection has such a hard time dealing with side schemes, especially in true solo, right? Because you're using your basic activation to defend, and like hard to ignores and all the things that combo off of you doing well typically only affects the main scheme. Ever Vigilant only affects the main scheme. Hard to ignore only affects the main scheme. Now we have like Not Today, which can affect a side scheme, but containment strategy I think is really cool. It is a non-permanent side scheme, which is it's whatever. You have to have it in your hand at the right time, but I do like the way that this is going. The more I talk about it, I'm not 100% sure how frequently I would use this. Yeah, player side schemes. Yes, excellent call, Villain. Yes, this will be a great way for protection players to hit the player side schemes. Just finished cooking. He looks so good. Yeah, he looks really fun. He looks really, really fun. This is a tactic upgrade. So there's a side scheme? Okay, cool. This one is as useful as the 2. I don't know if I'm following you, Brant. That side scheme, yeah. Um, but yeah, player side schemes. This is a great way to hit player side schemes, especially because you throw them out there, and all the ones that we've seen so far don't have a negative side effect. And attach this to that. I like that. That side scheme sees bonker. Yeah, yeah. And the extra card to pay for Soaring Hearts. Team up Angel and Psylocke. Hero action, search your discard pile for an identity specific event and add it to your hand. Ready, Angel, and Psylocke. Yep, that seems good. That seems good. It's also aerial and psionic. Interesting. So it has those traits. So Power of the Mind and Power of Flight both can hit Soaring Hearts. And you get a card back. I like this team up card. It's very flexible. I like it. The one threat removal is as useful as the two because it doesn't require perfect Oh yeah, yes. Very good call, Brant. Soaring Hearts seems pretty good. So what's the next Power of card? Ooh. It seems like they're kind of tying them to the heroes. And so what have we we think we're seeing Daredevil? I have no idea what his gimmick would be. What's the other one? Was it Magic that we thought we were gonna get? I don't quite remember. I like this. This is a cool team up card. And it's potentially something that I run solo in Angel's deck, mainly because you can keep Psylocke around for forever because you can heal 1 damage from her after she attacks if you're in Angel form. So if you're an Angel, and oops, one thing, Soaring Hearts, you cannot be an Archangel form. Power of breaking the fourth wall. Yes. Power of Rocket Raccoon. There you go, Brant. That'd be great. So you can't be an Archangel when you play this, but you can be in Angel form. Since it is aerial, you can trigger the card draw. So it's an effective cost of 1 because you're getting a card back and you are drawing a card. And then you get to ready Angel and Psylocke. And so it's a free threat for free damage. I like this card a lot. I like this card because Psylocke can stay out on the table. I think we're going to have some really cool leadership using Psylocke kind of as money builds with her strength in numbers, band together. I think that could be a really fun way to use Psylocke. Just keep her out there and then just continuously triggering Soaring Hearts. I think that is absolutely a valid strategy and will be pretty fun. This seems really good. I like this one. I've been the team up cards have been hit or miss for me, but this one seems really, really cool. Then our last one, Render Medical Aid. It's a bummer. Render Medical Aid, a player's side scheme, 3 per player. Each player heals a total of 5 damage from all among. Insane. Because it does not have to be your hero, it can be allies. Wow. Each player heals a total of 5. Yeah, that's bonkers. Okay. So I will spoil something that I'm starting on the channel, which is more two-handed play, and two-handed play with the direct deck building kind of idea of meshing those decks together and trying to really see how the interactions can work. And I'm really excited for this because you can go Voltron, you can go crazy stuff, and Render Medical Aid can just heal 5 damage from. And the thing that is, you can split it up, which I feel like I preach. Flexibility is so key in solo. Being able to heal 5 from your hero for 3 threat removal, that's insane. Being able to split that into allies is so good. And Cable is going to love it. Oh my goodness. Two-handed is also good because you get to play more heroes more often. That's true. Yep. This with Drax is going to be epic. Oh my gosh. Yes. I really like this side scheme. Even outside of whether it's good or bad, I think it's fun and the healing angle for protection. True. Yes. Healer support is 100% playable. And I think Brant, yes, especially in multiplayer. And solo, I think a lot of times it's better to use your resources to deal damage rather than try and prevent or heal your damage. Um, but in multiplayer, we're getting really interesting in a really cool way. I like the healing angle to get a healing angel. Nice. I love it. That's great. Oh no, that's gonna yes, I love that. It's gonna be good. This is a really good side scheme. My only issue with two-handed is Miss Marvel Justice always takes one slot. It's a crazy good deck in two-player. Yeah, I haven't tried Miss Marvel Justice in two-player and in multi-handed. Cable is gonna be insane. That's one of the last things I'll say about this player side scheme. Cable is gonna be absolutely bonkers because we haven't seen any rules around limiting the number of side schemes you can include in your deck. Cable, the more side schemes they print, the better he's going to be, which I am on team. I would much rather them have more side schemes and make one hero super, super, super OP and have the ability to choose from different side schemes and just like have that as a bigger mechanic in the game than trying to limit the number of side schemes just to hinder one character. So I'm okay with Cable being OP if we get more side schemes. But like just that being said, Cable is going to be very strong. There isn't enough threat for Miss Marvel to deal with that. Yeah, that's fair. Cable is starting to feel super S tier. I would agree with that. I think that we could see Cable breaking that S tier approach. I just wish Cable's events had a limit. That's true. I wish Cable's events had a limit. And like I was saying, we haven't seen anything. They may come out with a rule and say you can only include X amount of side schemes, player side schemes in your deck, which could, help limit Cable, but also just like be a rule that is a thing. And I think I would be okay with that. That being said, run Cable with 25 side schemes. We're not going to have that many, but what do we have now? We have six or seven. I think we have seven. Cable has his own personal one, so that's 8 side schemes I think total. And so now Cable's events are just getting incredible. Let's actually I'm gonna hop over to Cable real quick, just because. Hey, it's Villain Theory. Everyone, go read Villain Theory's article. This is Villain Theory's article. You should go read it. So Cable, let's look at Cable real quick, just because I need to refresh myself on what he can do. Oh, he's so good. Yeah, so this is a 2 for 10 threat removal. This is a 3 for 13. It gets really good. Yep, it gets really, really good. Brand said a few times that FFG always forgets to limit stuff and it ends up broken. Yeah, bring it as a prime example of that, especially with your visions and all of that good stuff and Thors of the world, which can just clear them whenever you need to. Yeah, Cable's gonna be strong. Cable's gonna be really good. Yeah. Okay. So to get utility, offensive power, Angel strong hero, Angel alongside Psylocke. Okay, so we are going to be continuing on with the release schedule of 2 hero packs at the same time. It does sound like we're getting Next Evolution by itself in August and then the 2 hero packs following it. So they're not doing a Mutant Genesis release where you get the 4 heroes at the same time. And I'm okay with that. I think I would prefer it in this fashion where you get the box month later, August, September. Yeah, a month later you get the 2 hero packs. I'm okay with that. Cable versus Thanos. Either way, Josh Brolin wins. It's less of an issue in a co-op game as you can limit yourself, but in their competitive nature, it becomes a problem. True. That's better for you as a content creator, isn't it? To spread them out, yeah. Yeah, I remember because when Mutant Genesis dropped, I was doing 4 hero spotlights and the campaign. I played the following Thursday. We had a meetup for just like a local meetup, a local champions meetup. When I sat down at that table, I had gotten the box the previous Friday. I had already played over 40 games with the Mutant Genesis stuff. So with those heroes, time for two-handed. Yeah, there you go. I am doing more two-handed. I'm doing them as recorded videos just because my brain space can't handle streaming and two-handed play. But I am really looking forward to the two-handed plays of just Angel and Psylocke and all of that good stuff. Mutant Genesis is the reason Marvel Champions isn't Nelson's favorite game. I don't. I no no no. I just just to talk about it. Um, just to kind of talk like I just think that Lord of the Rings has grown. Yeah, I know you're joking. Marvel Champions is getting better and better and better. Lord of the Rings is just an exponential growth in fun factor for me with where I'm at in the game. And that's why I say Lord of the Rings is more fun. Nelson is taking over two-handed YouTube plays for Dale. Where I mean, it's fun. It's a fun way to play. You get to really synergize the decks. I just recorded a Storm Cyclops yesterday, and that was a ton of fun. You could probably do a live four-handed play just to draw viewers. You should do it. Yeah, I'd straight up watch that. That'd be insane. You're smarter than I. I'm really excited. I think Angel seems really cool. I think we were all kind of curious how they were going to implement a hero that his main shtick is flying, and I think they did a really good job. I'm happy with all the aerial stuff. I'm happy to see the aerial trait rounded out. The three-sided cards is something I have really enjoyed seeing with, Ant-Man and Wasp, and now that we see it with Angel and Archangel, I think that's really cool. I'm happy with that. It's also kind of got a Scott Summers regrowth ability. Whenever you flip to Warren, I guess it's an action now, you get to heal 1 damage. So anytime you go down, you heal 2. Because you flip, trigger the action, next turn you can trigger the action again. I think there's some major implications with Warpath. This is the most interesting card for me so far out of this pack. Is Warpath, I think we will get some things that break the game with Warpath, and I am very excited for that. Huge fan of Angel. I thought he'd be boring, but they surprised me in the best. Yes, villain. That is the best way. You said it better than I could. He seemed like someone who would probably be on the boring side of being a hero, and I think that they've done a really, really good job in implementing his mechanics into the game. If they were to redo Hulk, would an acceleration icon upping his power be a good way to go? I think so. This is also a really interesting thing and something that I'm very excited to see on a player card, right? We've seen hazard icons on Symbiote Suit and Venom. We've seen Archangel now getting the acceleration token. I am excited to see this mechanic where the enemy icons are being placed on hero cards or player cards, and I think that's a really cool way and a really interesting design space that they can help balance everything. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing amplify icons. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something, maybe it's a multi-form hero that has a crisis icon. Like, I think that would be actually, I think, where Hulk would be. I think Hulk would be fun if they redid Hulk and they made him like super powerful, but in Hulk form he had a crisis icon, and so no one could remove threat because everyone has to deal with Hulk being Hulk. That could be a fun thing. So many of your favorite heroes in the game I thought would just dull end up being great. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with this. I think this is a really cool pack. The 3 forms is always really fun to see. I think there's going to be some major implications when it comes to protection, aerial intervention. I mean, this right here, this is Starhawk as well, right? I mean, like, we can just sit Starhawk out there until we crisis icon on Hulk would be great. That would be fun, right? But I mean, like, Starhawk being the aerial hero and wanting to wait until we have I guess it doesn't really work, but wait until we have a power of flight. If we draw into an aerial intervention, we can use Starhawk to prevent 3 damage from a hero. Really cool. Okay. I can talk about this for forever. What I'll probably do is go over to Discord and start talking there. So if you are not on the Discord, I highly recommend you join. Let me throw that up. Highly recommend that you join the Discord. If you're watching on YouTube, it's going to be in the video description. But yeah, come over there because I have a lot of messages to catch up on to talk about. But thank you all so very much for hanging out. I appreciate it. This was this was a really fun surprise. I really was not expecting this, which is why I scheduled a stream today. So typically, if I'm expecting a hero announcement, I don't schedule a stream because I want to be ready to play or ready to record. And this was a nice surprise. I thought it'd be next week. Yeah, I was thinking. I mean, we're looking at September at this point. I was thinking it was going to be next month. I really thought that they were going to spread it out, but I hope everyone has a fantastic day. I'm really excited to see about this. Let me know in the comments. We've had chat going, which has been excellent. Let me know in the comments to see if there's been anything that pops out to you that I may have missed or that we want to talk about in the comments of the YouTube video. And I will talk to you all later. See you around. Peace.